Hi, welcome to the SQL class. In the last video, we have seen how to create a database in three ways. But in today's video, we will see how to create a table in three ways. First one using SQL query statement, second one from Object Explorer, third one from the command prompt. Okay, let's get started. I am trying to create a table in using the query table as a name and having the column names as serial number, name, city, and date of birth. Okay, so but first, for creating a table, the basic statement will be a create table and whatever any table name you can take. And for the column names, each column name should be having a data type. If you are writing the data type as int, which means that column should be having only integer values to be entered. If you are writing a varchar 255, which means the the values can be a varchar type like string values with 255 letters or characters in it. City also you can give varchar or char or any other string data types. DOB, which is date of birth, which contains year, date, and month. So you need to give a date data type instead of int. Though it is consisting of numbers, you are supposed to give a data type called date. So let's get started. So first, using the SQL query statement, I will try to create this table in the QueryDB database. Okay. So let's first write the command create table and whatever table name is query table and brackets first column name serial number which is integer data type. You can choose any data types available for SQL. In this uh, table, I am going to take int as data type for serial number. Name varchar you can take up to 55, but you can use more number for varchar. We will discuss in further videos about data types available in SQL. You can also write as 50. If you write 50 for this name column, it is going to allow only 50 characters of value, not more than that. Okay, let's say I'll take 250 and next city column I am going to take varchar. For this I can try to take 250 characters. Okay, and next date of birth I want to take date data type. Okay, I think this name is going again in the blue color as the data types. I think it is triggering some keywords of SQL. So I will try to have a different name for this column. Let's say or full name. Okay. If you see whatever keywords available in SQL, if you're if you see this statement clearly, few words are in blue. The names which we choose for the table name and column names are in black color. So if any of your integer data type or whatever data types which you have written is not turning into blue, which means you wrote some spelling mistake or some wrong name for it. If your column names are turning into blue, which means you have chosen a name which is triggering the specific fixed keywords for SQL. So try to rectify them, okay, as we did with our full name. Okay, now I am going to click on execute. So as my full statement is correct, my command has been executed and successful. Okay. Now I will just refresh once and expand the query DB, go to the tables. I couldn't see yet my query table. You know why? Because before executing, I did not choose my um, here the database as query DB. I did not see that before executing. So when I am executing, I the name in here is command DB, right? So my guess is that this query table has been created inside the command DB. So I'll expand the command DB database, click on tables. You see here, my table is being created inside the command DB database. But I thought to create it inside the query DB, right? So this is the mistake the beginners will do. They think to create in one database, but it will go and create in some other database because they did not choose the correct database in here. Okay. Yeah. So try to use the correct database which you want to create the table. It's okay, this is not any mistake which for now, because however I want to create the one table in command DB. But yeah, but our table has been created, right? So I will comment it so that it won't be executed with the next statement. If you want to uncomment it, just place your mouse pointer on the line and click this icon, then it will uncomment it. For now my query is executed. I am going to comment this one. When I am executing the next statements, I don't want that to be executed again and again. Okay. Yes. Now next one, I will try to create the same table in query database. Okay, but using the command prompt. Yeah. So I click on command prompt. I see that I have already connected to my SQL. If you want me to show, I can show you again. Um, let's say I click on, I type exit, which means I am going out of the SQL. So now I will help you to connect it to the SQL with command prompt. I have shown this one in the previous video of creating a database, but however, I will show you one more time. So the command to connect to SQL and command prompt is, I click on connect once to copy only the server name. As it's already connected, I click on cancel and go to your command prompt. SQL CMD means SQL command space hyphen capital S space whatever server name you have copied. Okay, click on enter, you will get a number. Now observe clearly. Now I want to create this one table, let's say command table, inside the query database. Okay, so for this database, I want to create one table. So what I have to do, I have to type use whatever database you want to create a table, query DB. Inside this database, I want to create a table. So I will use this database. Okay, click enter, type go and again enter. Now I am inside the query database. So now I can write the command to create a table. But before creating a table, I want to show you what is inside this. Let me minimize it. Expand query DB tables. I don't have any tables yet. So now the statement is the same. Either you write in SQL Server Management Studio or in the command prompt. For creating a table, command is same. Create table, and whatever table name you want to give. Let's say I will give command table and brackets. In the I will use the same column names and data types. Serial number, integer data type, and full name column with varchar, let's say 250, and city column for with varchar data type, 50 characters would be enough, and date of birth column with date. Okay, now I am going to click enter and type go and enter. My table has been created. As we know that in the command prompt it won't show any messages if it's successful, but not like that, as if it is showing in the SQL server. It won't show any messages here. Okay, so what I'll do, I will refresh once and go to the query DB, expand the tables. This is the table which I created using the command table. Okay, I will expand this one, click on columns. I see serial number, integer, full name, varchar 250, city, varchar 50, date of birth, date. So these are the column names and data types which we have given, right? So our task is successful. In the command DB database, we have created this table with the query table name, and I will expand this, check the columns, serial number, full name, city, and date of birth. So everything is on face. Okay. So this is how we are going to create the tables from SQL Server Management Studio or from command prompt. And now we will see how to create a table from an Object Explorer. So I want to create a table from Object Explorer in this database, Object DB database. I go into tables. I don't have any tables which I created. So click on the tables, right click, new table, and this is the panel you're going to get. The column name, data type, allow nones. We will discuss about this column in further videos. For now we will concentrate on these two columns. So in the SQL query we have written our column name and data type like this, right? So in here I will create the same column names, serial number. Here you are going to get a drop down. In that I'm going to type int because I want the integer, and first column is created. In second one, full name, and char by default you get. You can choose the drop down and go for the varchar 50. If you want to change it to 250, either you can change it from here, it is changed, but you can also do it from the below panel, which is the column properties panel. You have here the length. Let's say I type 255. Here it is changed. You can also change it from here. Let's say I'll write 200, or again 250 I'll write. It is changed here again 250. Okay, you can change the number from there. Okay, you can also edit the column name. Let's say EEE I'll write just for your understanding. Yeah, okay, I am just deleting it here. You can also update it from here, the name of the column. Okay, if you want to change the it's been written var binary. So what I will do, I will drop down and I will choose varchar, or yeah, varchar, varchar 250. Okay, next. Few more options. There is a description here. If you want, you can write some description. Write your, or write first name, last name, and click OK. Okay, some description about that column, which means this column, not other columns. Yeah, so these are the few changes you can make. We can talk about other changes which we can make in the next videos. These are the main points which you have to remember in the beginning. Next, city column, again varchar. Yeah, I will use 50. And next, date of birth. I can type date. Okay, if you are not able to find what you are looking for in the data types, just drop down and search for it. Yeah, so all the columns which I want to create has been entered. So now I want to save this table name. Okay, control S, and the table name which you want to write. Object table, I want to give the name as object table. Click OK. Yeah, so the table name object table has been created. I couldn't see yet the changes in here, so I try to refresh it. Now object table is created inside object db. This table is created inside this object database because we have opened this database, clicked on this table and right clicked and clicked on table. If you go to the command database and click on tables and click on new table, it would have been created in here. Okay, you have to choose which database you want to create this table. Okay, so to check the columns, click on the table, columns, serial number, integer, full name, varchar, city, date of birth. Everything is been created in the way which we want it. Okay, so this is the way you are going to create tables using all the three ways, using statement, using object explorer, or using the command prompt. Okay, in the next class we will see check the how to check the table which we created using the all the queries. Okay, see you in the next video. I hope this is very useful for you. Thank you. Bye bye.